Can you hear me? I think I'm unmuted. Okay, they're saying they can hear me. Kendra, do you have the PowerPoint? Or do I need to pull it up? Do you have the PowerPoint? Okay. I have it on my, send it to myself. Oh, that's the log. There it is.
Jennifer, I got it. Let me share my screen.
Okay, are you going to do it?
I'll try.
Let you try, and I've got it too. If need be.
Can we see it?
Yes. Okay, everybody, we had to scale back our office again when cases picked back up. So Dana's teleworking today. Kendra and I are in the office. So anyway, so a little bit off track of what we normally do because of all the changes we're having to make just to keep everybody safe, just like you guys are. So welcome to this gloomy day. I think some of you in the state are seeing snow right now. Oklahoma City's just seeing rain and fog and nastiness. So stay warm, stay safe, everybody. So we'll go ahead and move on. We don't really have any breaking news or anything like that, but a couple slides that we're going to talk about, and then we'll just kind of a few housekeeping type things and then take questions if you all have them. If you can't hear, we've been told that if you get out and get back in, that typically helps, is what we've been dealing with the last few times we've had calls. So the first slide is a verification reminder. If you started the verification process in October on the 1st, like you're supposed to, and we recommended that you do because we never really got any guidance from USDA, whether you should or not, and we told you to go ahead, and we're glad we did because they did end up saying they should go ahead and do it. So if you started on October 1, you would have been done with your process of verification by November 15th. And the verification summary report is available to enter your verification information in CARS. If you did not start verification in October, go ahead and start it now. Follow a timeline similar to what would be in the Child Nutrition Manual on page E36, and follow that process just like you would for normal verification time frame. And then the verification training is on Oklahoma Edge. I don't know. Okay, Dana, go ahead. There you go. Thank you. Reminder for adult meals. You have to charge under SSO if you're feeding adults and they're paying, which they're supposed to, otherwise non-federal funds have to cover those meals. You must charge the free rate plus the value of commodities plus the additional 7 cents for the performance incentive. And that's for SSO. In SFSP, you are to be charging the reimbursement rate, and in the system it tells you what that needs to be. When you filled out your application, you actually entered those, and it's got to be that amount. Keeping in mind that child nutrition funds cannot pay for the free meals for your teachers. It has to come from local funds or non-federal funds, general fund. And if you are feeding them for free, we need those to be tracked. And there's a tracking form in the Child Nutrition Manual, and that is what needs to be done because that amount needs to be reimbursed to Child Nutrition. So next slide, please. So last Wednesday it was, right before the holiday, PartnerWeb and USDA issued some guidance on a proposed rule for those 3 original meal pattern changes that were reversed last school year, but then because of that lawsuit that we talked about several weeks ago, months ago now, I don't know, made you go back to all grains, whole grain, the sodium flexibility was taken away, and your fat-free milk had, or your chocolate milk had to be fat-free. Flavored milk had to be fat-free. They are now allowing you all to go in to this website that's listed here. We have also sent this out in cars with a link to the website, and make comments as to why these proposed flexibilities that are bullet pointed down towards the middle of the page should take place. So by doing this, they're apparently taking the proper steps that the lawsuit claims they didn't take to begin with. So please go make comments regarding this, how it would be beneficial that it does happen for you all as a school. I know it will help industry a little bit because they've already changed to all of this, and for them to have to go back would be just a mess, basically. So please go make comments. You guys can do it. Employees can do it. Anybody can go in and do questions. They take or make comments. They take all those comments and take them under consideration, and then they go the final step. This does not mean anything has changed yet. This is just the process they have to go through for those changes. So you still have to have that meal pattern flexibility waiver in place in order to do half your grains, whole grains, serve. You can do 1% chocolate milk with that, and the sodium target does not have to go up to the second sodium target. So just FYI, we're encouraging you all to go make comments on this proposed rule changes. They will benefit you down the road. Next slide, please. Just a few things we finally did get clarification on for after school snack program, which is the one through the National School Lunch, and a couple things with summer feeding. Please keep in mind that we did find out with the after school snack program that is claimed through the National School Lunch, you can only claim snacks for your enrolled students. Just like if we were operating NSLP, there was nothing that waived that. So going forward, because I'm telling you that today, that's what you need to do going forward. Also, at one time a few weeks ago, maybe a month now, because we are a little bit behind on our calls because we hadn't had guidance, someone mentioned claiming seconds in summer feeding, and you have to plan and prepare meals with the objective of providing one meal per child at each meal service. If you have some extras and you're going to serve them out, you cannot claim more, and I'm going to read this so I don't get it wrong. The total number of second meals claimed cannot exceed 2% of the number of first meals for each type of meal served during a claiming period. And the system, when you enter your counts, there's an edit in our summer feeding system for that. But again, you don't prepare in excess of food to give out seconds. You are to only prepare and plan for one meal per child. So I did want to bring that up. We finally did get clarification to that even though in normal summertime, which is, May through August, when we're doing summer feeding, that is something you can do. We did take that to USDA to see if that was going to change during this time because we're operating summer feeding year round right now. And they said, no, that would not be changed. So I just wanted to let you all know that. Next slide, please. Okay, another thing that we've been asked multiple times over many months is how many meals can be sent home virtually at a time. And so per USDA, only meals for up to 7 days can be sent home at a time. Keep in mind that food safety instructions must be included in the bags for any meals going home. And remember, for the at-risk and after-school snack program, you must include a virtual educational or enrichment activity in that sack for those meals to cover each day that you sent home an at-risk supper or snack or an after-school meal, after-school program snack. Okay, just a reminder, that's not new. Next slide. And again, we don't have any breaking news or any updated guidance. We still can't tell you what to do about your low income report. There's nothing we have pleaded, we have begged, and we get nothing. And Again, we are continuing to be told that it's a Department of Education that we're waiting on, not Department of Agriculture that we're waiting on. PLE will be out much later. We normally don't even get that till late April to early May. So I don't even know if that'll come out on time, even when it comes out late like that. So I don't know. And as of right now, we are under the assumption we will pay state match just like we do in January. We have received no guidance one way or another. So we're kind of assuming we will. And as you know, that can be dangerous at times to do. But as we hear more, we will always let you know. And again, food safety, we talk about this on most of our calls with you all. Food safety, food safety, food safety. And it's just a reminder that food safety must be followed at all times. Keeping foods cold and hot foods hot. If you're sending meals home that are required to be reheated, please, really, you must include heating instructions on what to do with those meals once they get them home. We want to make sure you guys are doing okay. I know you guys are doing things you've never thought you would have to do in food service right now. Is there anything, and you can put this in the chat and we will take notes and see what we can come up with for you or find for resources for you. But is there anything in particular right now you need information or help with that we can look into for you and work towards helping you with? So is there one more slide, Dana? Or is it the questions? Okay, one thing that didn't get on the slide that was brought up to me today was we still have quite a few of schools, and when we're doing claims, we do claims on Tuesdays and Wednesdays so that we can get you all paid on Fridays. We're finding that many schools are still putting your SSO counts in NSLP, and that's a problem because you're not operating an SLP at this time. You're operating SSO. So I'm going to attempt to share my screen. This morning when I did this, it froze. So when I had a call with my staff, whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. There it is. I should have my internet. Okay, so I'm going to try this. Okay, please keep in mind, and I'm just going to pull, okay, so I'm going to say an August claim, which is what's pulled up. So I'm going to select it in the box for that month. I'm going to select my site, and I've picked Mustang Public Schools. Mustang's doing summer feeding. I'm not going to mess anything up. I'm just trying to show you all. You have to select the site you're going to enter. And then you need to come down here. This is the key. You all, for breakfast and lunch, you're doing SSO. Always select SSO for breakfast and lunch. So I'm going to click on that because it looks a little bit different. You come down here and you're entering your numbers. You're entering total numbers. So I'm going to go back up to here, and I'm going to select another site because if you're doing after school snack, you do file after school snack under NSLP. And if you're doing after school snack, you will need to reach out to Edgar or Nikki because there is something we have to go in and do for you to be able to enter that. Actually, to submit it, I believe is what it is. But your after school snack goes all the way down here. So please keep that in mind. When we have claims entered under NSLP for breakfast and lunch and you're really operating at SSO, we have to stop what we're doing and call you, and it's slowing the entire process down. And so it's happening multiple times a week throughout the month when we go to pay claims. So I just wanted to bring that to your attention. If you are entering and you're not sure, just call us. That will help immensely. So I want to stop sharing. Go back. Oh shoot, where'd my chat go? There it is. Okay. All right. 236. Okay, let me scroll up and I'm going to get to the questions. And it looks like the first question is, do we do the verification if we are doing summer feeding? If you took applications at the beginning of the year because we thought we were starting out in NSLP because we were told we were, and you collected applications, you will need to do verification, even though now you're doing summer feeding, because you'd collected some free and reduced applications for this school year. Okay. Are we able to file snacks under NSLP now? Yes, snacks, meaning the after school snack program. Yes, those are filed under NSLP. If you have trouble with that when you go in and try to enter those, excuse me, please reach out to Edgar or Nikki in our office, or Becky can help too. Those are the two that typically have been helping with that. Are there 4 major waivers, even though they renumber them on extension? The main ones that you all are most likely using right now are the non-congregate feeding waiver, which allows the kids to do a grab and go or a delivery model and take the meals off premises, the meal pattern flexibility waiver, the parent pickup waiver, and the meal times waiver, which allows for mealtime waiver allows for breakfast and lunch to be picked up in the morning for the day or for multiple days. Parent pickup allows for parents to pick up meals for their students without them being in the car. And meal pattern flexibility is for when there are meal component shortages. And those are the major 4 ones. There's other waivers that are there, but for right now, that's really the most of what you all will be using. And remember to reach out to your area consultant, because there are paperwork tracking we have to do in here, and they're taking care of that for you. Or helping you with it, I should say, taking care of it for us in the office. How will this affect commodity allocations? Steve, I don't know that we've heard yet. I know it's been brought up multiple times on our USDA regional call. I would direct you to reach out to Gina Cazzaruni about that. She would have more information on that than I would. She is the sole commodity whisperer. No, she takes care of commodities. Yes, we are still in the process of approving CACFP applications. That is a lengthy process, and they are working on those. We are current, so we have 30 days from the date of submission and completion. Krista, a while back there were instructions to get into the new wave process. Where was that? I've looked everywhere, I think, to look and can't find it. I can't run a DC or error report. Okay, somebody has emailed that to you. Nancy Sittler? Okay, Krista, Nancy's emailed you. Thank you. Let's see. Shauna, CACFP, I've been told that there's a library that hosts things for kids. I know I can do summer feeding program breakfast and lunch, but I don't know about CACP snack and supper at the library, think off-site bus stop location. So Shauna, you're wanting to maybe make the library one of your sites. We might need to chat more if that's kind of how I'm reading into that. We may need to chat outside of this. Okay, Krista, okay, that was the email about emailing. Yes, Becky can help with the after ASSP claims as well under NSLP. So yes, Nancy, I would like a large bag of bills as well, end of each vacation. Maybe when you retire, you're going to get that. I understand. Can I serve SSO during our Christmas break? Yes, you all may serve over the break if you want to. I know some schools are definitely planning on it. Really the only caveat to that is if you're not going to serve every day, you want to send home 5 or 7 meals at a time, so that during the 2-week break, you maybe only have to go up there twice to do meals. Remember, you can only send up to 7 meals at a time right now. Could they change that before the break? I don't know if they will or not, but stranger things have happened during COVID that I've decided with these programs that I never thought would happen. So Yes, Renee, I do have a clue whether you will continue free meals after December because those waivers were extended through June 30th. Summer feeding waivers, SSO waivers, you can feed the whole entire school year free. Merry Christmas. No, I'm just kidding. I need to do verification if we're provision 2? No, provision 2 don't do verification. Well, wait, is it your base year? You have to do the report, but not even in your base year, you don't, sorry. I'm drawing a blank on that. So you do have to do the report. There's specific questions on there that pertain to provision 2 that have to be done. So you will do the report. You need to find out if you've been approved for CACFP. Darla, what school district are you? Type that in the chat, please. And we will get that found out for you. Okay, so I'm supposed to be doing my claims in SSO. I have students here at the school and I've been using NSLP. Okay, Debbie, I need you to reach out to Becky Gray in our office. And let's get that squared away. If you're approved for SSO, they should be being claimed under SSO. Kim, I've been making claims for breakfast and lunch on summer feeding and a snack and supper on CACFP. No, that is correct. If you're Kim, if you're approved for summer feeding, you're going to claim breakfast and lunch and summer feeding. And if you're approved for at risk, you would claim your snack and supper through at risk. That sounds correct. I was unable to register for the next COVID Q&A. Oh, yes, we noticed when that link went out a couple weeks ago that the Q&A link for the next training, for some reason, you couldn't click on it and get in, but if you copy the link and paste it into your browser, it lets you in to register. We tried to get it fixed. We aren't really sure what was going on, but actually copying it and pasting it into your browser worked. And it didn't happen for everybody, so we aren't really sure what the deal was with that. I have a question, too long to type. Who do I need to call? It's about SSO. You can call Becky, Nikki, or Rhonda Stevenson. Or your area consultant might be able to help you too, depending on what it is. They probably would too. Ruth, you can claim under SSO or SFSP through June 30th. Those were extended right around the 1st of September. So you can. Darla, you're with Fox. Okay. We will look into that and get with you. Debbie Newman. Okay. Shakota needs to know if I think that's Shakota. Needs to know, okay. CACFP, okay. And Hartshorn, okay. Yeah, that's a good idea. Somebody did just text someone in here where I am. In order to claim second meals on summer feeding, it has to be a full meal. It can't be a partial meal. It has to be a full reimbursable meal. I should have said that. It crossed my mind and then just kind of slipped out of my mind. Anybody have any other questions? We're at the end of the chat. Well, you guys are trying to juggle knives as well, and you're actually using them, so you could juggle them. We don't really have them up here. We're juggling paperwork and waivers, let's put it that way. Okay, so Dana, can you go back to the slide about seconds and summer feeding, please, possibly. Oh, no, not on SSO, Debbie. I'm sorry if I said your last name wrong. SSO, you cannot claim seconds. That's only for SFSP, Summer Food Service Program. You can always, if you still have questions about that, you can always reach out to Dee about that. There's the information on claiming seconds on the screen. I hope you guys got a little bit of a break over Thanksgiving. You all deserve it. a little bit of a break, I hope, at least, maybe a lot. I get that, Nancy. I kind of felt that way too. That was 2 days I hadn't had 2 days in a row off in quite some time. And I thought on Sunday, I thought, wow, this is kind of nice. I agree, Nancy. So I'm going to put in the chat, are you all considering serving over your Christmas break? Or are you guys going to shut it down for 2 weeks or roughly 2 weeks? I know sometimes you get a few more or a few less. Those of you asking about CACFP, you can always reach out to Lisa King. Kendra, why don't you put their email in the chat? Lisa King and the other Jennifer, we have a Jennifer in here besides myself now. Her name is spelt with 2 N's and 2 F's, but Jennifer Pryor. Kendra's going to put that in the chat. So I'm going to go just up and see. So Norman's going to serve. So Debbie's school's going to get a break. Krista, they need a break, it sounds like. We maybe keep one side open. I don't know, Krista, just a thought. You've probably thought of that though. So I don't need to tell you that, I know. So considering it, some are saying no, taking a break. Can't get the families to come to school now, so you're gonna take a break. Taking 2 weeks off, not serving. Thank you for what you all are doing. Not serving, shutting down. So we've got several that, okay, so more, it looks like from this call, more are possibly going to shut it down for a couple weeks and take a break. You got, it's a well-deserved break, you guys. So somebody asked to see the adult meal charge slide. So Dana's put that up here again. So is SSO different than NSLP? No, the rates are the same for SSO and NSLP. So you've got to charge the free rate, the value of commodities, and the 7-cent performance incentive. So it's the same for NSLP and SSO. Summer food is a little bit different, and that's in the actual application itself. But if you're doing SSO, just do what you would do for NSLP. Grove's not serving, Moore's not serving over the break, Olive's not serving, Bixby's not serving, Cave Springs is not. So you guys are taking a break. I'm glad. You guys need it. You deserve it. They're not coming, so your counts are down, and so you're going to just go ahead and stop. It's a possibility. Not serving, Crescent not serving. So you're going to give out some meals on Friday for a week. Okay, and yeah, I figured a few schools would probably do that. Oh, quarantine. Oh gosh. There's Lisa and Jennifer Pryor's email to ask them about CACFP close. So a lot of you are. People losing power at Buffalo, so my Wi-Fi gets disconnecting. Maria, you can always reach out to Becky Gilbert also if you are worried. And yes, Jennifer Pryor's name does have 2 F's. Jenniffer. It was not misspelled in the chat. So they're going virtual, no break, no break. Glutton serving, okay. Kim's gonna serve. Okay, Hawasa's not. So looks like more aren't than are, which I get it. It's up to you guys, I get it. So any more questions in the chat? I don't want to take any more of your time if I don't have to. You guys are busy. I get it. So we're here.
Jennifer?
Yes.
Someone asked in the chat,
Yes.
was direct cert moved to CARS? No, direct cert is still under single sign-on.
Yes, I missed that. Sorry. Thanks, Dana. Direct cert is still under single sign-on. It's not in CARS. It would no, I'm not going to say never, but it's very doubtful it would ever go to CARS. Any of you have any tips for Tammy Jennings? She's been advertising about grab and go, and they just don't seem to come. Anybody had any luck with that? Anybody want to add to the chat or reach out to Tammy? Tammy, what school are you with? Dee Dee, you can call her or email her. 405-521-3327. And then just ask for Becky. So the grab and go is not coming at Mustang either. Offer at second hour, Sabina Daltas says. Grab and go, so Asher would take. So a lot of you are struggling with grab and go. Nancy, sometimes I wonder how hungry some of our families are. We are on DL this week and doing grab and go, but only 100 kids. Wow. Distance learning and 100 kids. Wow. Our virtual meals have gone down in the last 3 weeks. People are just not showing up when pickup. Grab and go, we remind our parents several times in the morning to help with that. Grab and go participation's low. Is anybody doing delivery right now like you did in the spring? I don't think we have very many doing delivery. Delivery, some, Cindy. Bartlesville's delivering, Norman is. Okay, so we do have some, okay. This week and next week, Thanksgiving, okay. First and second hour. Oh, wow, that's interesting. So somebody said we do a grab and go between first and second hour and our high school has doubled at least. So that's a tip. Those high school kids are sleeping a little bit. I thought mine would do that, but he's been getting up. So I have to give him kudos for that. I have a senior this year and he's been getting up. So you asked about delivery, but it takes gas. Yeah, that's something you have to consider as well. Cost of the gas and delivering. Yeah. Lisa's, we're delivering to low income apartment complexes. Okay. We're doing a tiny bit of delivery. We do one family and a principal does another. Okay. And I'm sure there are some special circumstances too that you're dealing with. You do it during distance learning. Okay. We deliver on virtual Mondays in Pawhuska. Okay. Well, interesting. You guys are doing everything you can. I can tell you that for sure. That's great. So any other questions, concerns, anything you want to talk about? Yes, bus drivers. It's hard getting bus drivers. Yes, it's hard getting, from everything you hear at schools, bus drivers and child nutrition workers are tough. Always seems to be the shortage. Many kids don't have a first hour or are doing concurrent. Yep, the high school band is first hour and they come. The next call is the 17th. The 17th at, I think I moved it to 2 because I don't think I have my call before this that week. And we'll go ahead and have it. It may be short. I don't know if I'm going to get new information by then. I never know when I am. We have our call with USDA next week. No, tomorrow, sorry. And I haven't heard if anything's coming out. The main thing most people want to know about is low income, and we need Department of Ed to make a move on that. So no, I agree, Krista. You guys can't be Grubhub. I agree completely. Oh, they wish you would be Grubhub, but you guys are doing everything you can to make sure they have a way to come get food, and that's awesome. You're doing great. Okay, I don't see anything else in the chat, so we're going to go ahead and sign off for the day, and we'll plan on the 17th. If something was to come up before that, we of course would reach out to you all and get you the information. We're here if you need us. Let us know, and you guys stay safe and take care, and we'll plan on at least a short chat on the 17th before Christmas break. Stay safe, everybody. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.